Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third episode of the Love is Rotten podcast with your host, July 9. And we have a few things to get into and devour in this episode. But before we get into that, man, I just want to say I hope everybody had a great week, a great weekend. I had so week, but I had a very great weekend. Well, let me tell you why. Because I went to Webster Hall and I got to meet Babyface Ray. Now, I'm not gonna say meet because I tried to meet him afterwards, but he wasn't coming out, and I don't know why not, man. And I was waiting, I was hoping, and man, I just had left after the show because it was getting a little late now, man. But yeah, Babyface Ray had a great show performance at Webster Hall. Shout out to Webster Hallio for that. But yeah, for sure, man. This show was amazing. Definitely kicked butt. Babyface Ray, had a very awesome show. Had a few other dudes there that I don't remember much. One of them, I guess his slogan or saying or his merch was Ganger. So I'm gonna just shout out to Ganger. And the other person was Shadi Bin Laden, I think his name was. He actually had he had some pretty good songs, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that kinda that had me a little pissed off about his set was that homie had literally a ski mask on the whole entire show. I had no idea who he was. This was the first time I saw him. I fucked with his music. I like his music, but I didn't see his face. I couldn't see his face. I couldn't see nothing. I couldn't see who the artist was. It was just I felt like I was watching an AI perform live. It was wicked, or I was watching some type of performance on I don't know where, but it was just wild because I wanted to see who he was, how he looked like and stuff, in case I see him on TV or if I see him outside or if I want to hang out with dude, not hang out with him but take pictures with him afterwards and stuff. But yeah, shout out to Shadi Bin Laden. Yeah, had a few people on my Instagram who apparently like his music, and his music is actually dope. He's a drill artist. I believe he's from New York. If not, I'm not sure where, but I think it's New York because he has a lot of New York stuff, and his music videos is based in New York a lot. So I'm assuming he's from New York. I'm not sure where. Maybe Brooklyn. I don't think he's in the Bronx, but hey, I don't know exactly where he at. But shout out Bin Laden, and wherever you're from in New York, and if not New York, then from wherever you're actually from. But yeah, man, weekend was amazing, great. Babyface Ray, amazing performance, amazing show. Shout out to you for letting those younger cats actually shine a part of your show, and to mix it up a bit. There was a lot of people who were it was a very respectful crowd and mosh pitish crowd and stuff because of the Shadi Bin Laden dude and the other guy. He was a bit more kind of like Babyface Ray type of vibe. Shadi Bin Laden was more, he was just straight up drill. Straight up drill. But anything, there's nothing bad about the show that I could say. There was a lot of people. I think that was my first time going into Webster Hall. So shout out Webster Hall. This was my first time going into Webster Hall. So many times that I passed going by back and forth for whatever the reason, walk, whatever. But yeah, Babyface Ray killed your performance. Amazing. Now let's get into a few debacles right now, man. Adidas is getting sued by their shareholders over Kanye West. Although Kanye West is not really involved in the lawsuit. Like they're getting sued, and the shareholders are suing them because allegedly Adidas been known about how crazy Kanye is and all his self labeled and crazy genius and having bipolar issues and having these mental problems and stuff, and still deciding to work with him. So the shareholders apparently were mad about that and sued Adidas for it. And in a way, I kind of see it making sense for them, for like the shareholders. That's kind of like a. Now, I guess I would say it's a kind of like weak thing to say, but I guess they have a point, and because the thing is that Adidas is not making money off of that Yeezy stuff. And apparently they was going to try and release it without the Yeezy name on it, but it wasn't going to work out because if they had done so, then they was going to have to like drop the prices ridiculously low because it is no longer a collab with Yeezy and it has nothing to do with Yeezy. So now the shoes are not really a Yeezy shoe. So you're just selling an Adidas product that is just Adidas. So now it kind of looks like you're like selling some fakes or just really ripping somebody off. So, so without that little Yeezy approval sticker thing, it changed the whole game. So all that money that they lost, which was like $500 million worth, because they weren't able to move the product without Yeezy. So the shareholders decided to sue. Woo! And yeah. And I don't know how they're gonna prove that Adidas knew the whole time that Ye was crazy, but I mean, it's like the whole world knowing that, right? Ship has sailed. There's a lot of like Ye stuff going on because Ye also had his season 10 casting at a private. I'm gonna call it private because he literally opened like his own store next to like Adidas in LA, like in Melrose. So yeah, so I don't know if it's like that was purposeful. I don't know if it was because he's coming back to the team and he wants to be next to Adidas and stuff, but he opened up a store and he had his season 10 secret modeling casting. And I'm gonna say this, man, like Ye, and not even just Ye, because he gonna do whatever the fuck he want. But yo, any of y'all who decide, matter of fact, no, if you Ye decide to, because I see you out here with your freaking spandex and yoga pants, like, first of all, why the hell do you have yoga pants on, my mans? Like, why do you have spandex on? Like, why are you walking like you's a thick chick? Bro, like, why? Like, you're not Russell Simmons. So, I don't understand why you're wearing yoga pants. You don't do yoga. So for you to be walking around LA with yoga pants on, like you's a bad chick, you are losing it. And that is just scaring me to just believe that the next Yeezy clothing apparel coming up is going to be some spandex type of ish for dudes. And if you're dropping them for females and you're wearing it because you're trying to give it like clout when it drops or whatever, that's, I guess, smart, but also really weird. Because you could just have any other female do that has, like, come on, bro. Like walking around Melrose and just downtown LA with these spandex like you's a bad chick. You're losing it. You're losing it. Like, but yeah, apparently Ye has this thing that he's gonna be doing. I don't know if it's gonna be like his own stuff. I don't know if it's gonna be like back with Adidas. But he definitely had a secret casting in LA. He's had a few in New York, but this time it was in LA. And yeah, he's just walking around with his spandex, whatever, and everybody looking bullheaded just like him. And everybody's really looking real similar in that casting call. But hey, that's what you got to be looking like when you want to be a model for Ye, I guess. I guess there goes my opportunity for ever modeling in anything, including has to do with Ye. And I thought I probably could have had a good running chance since I've actually worked with dude in projects. Wow. Eye booger. Oh, in the middle of the pod. But I'm going to just leave that right in there. This is raw, baby. Pause. But, yeah, man. Like, ever since I thought, I was in the Panda video with him and Designer, I thought, maybe I could mention that one day, but I'm just not going to be doing all that extra stuff like everybody else. No. But let's keep it on the Kanye sides of things, I should say. Kanye decides to fire Nick Fuentes. If you guys don't know who Nick Fuentes is, you guys could YouTube this dude. Nick Fuentes was the guy who was like running Kanye West's presidential campaign. And having that guy doing it for you is like such a joke. Like, you're committing a joke, like, for yourself. Like, ain't nobody gonna take you serious when Nick Fuentes is the guy who's campaigning for you. But he fires Nick Fuentes to hire some guy called let me see if I can get homie name right. Milo Yiannopoulos. Milo Yiannopoulos is hired by Ye. If I'm saying his name wrong, I'm sorry. But he's the new campaigning guy that's in charge of handling Ye's campaign. Ye 24, because he's going to run again for president 2024. Yep. This is the guy that's going to be helping him out. Nick Fuentes got him a cool 50,000 votes in the last election. And not going to lie, like 50,000 votes, 50,000 American voting for one dude. It's low, but it shows a little something. Like 50,000 people got up to vote for a person like you. That's, hey, shoot. I'm saying, like, it's a little, but still kind of like you got to pay attention to that type of stuff. But yeah, that's like the last on Kanye. Yeah, because Kanye being president. Imagine if Kanye ever ran for, not ran because he obviously did, right? But imagine if he actually won the presidency. Imagine, like, first of all, I want to know who the hell is going to be his vice president. Is it going to be Kim? or Jay-Z? Instead of niggas in Paris, we got niggas in the office. Niggas in office. That'd be lit. I don't know who'd be a better candidate for vice president, but knowing Jay probably gonna be like, we gonna have to switch this whole thing around, bro. You gonna have to be vice president, and I'm gonna be president. And then, and then Ye gonna have a meltdown, and he ain't gonna try to have that. And then Jay-Z gonna like threaten him and be like, you know what? Then I ain't gonna be your friend. They're like, leave me alone. And then Ye gonna have another meltdown and just speak about that for another 10 years. Or they'll just share 2 years each of presidency. Somehow, I don't know, they'll figure it out. But if he ever won, that'd be crazy. would you ever vote for Kanye? I actually was very close on voting for him last time because between I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck now. Probably would have voted for Trump instead of having this Sleepy Joe dude again. I ain't vote for anybody. I was gonna vote for Kanye. I was this close because I felt like if I'm like between those three dudes, like who the hell, like Trump already proved that you wasn't good enough. And then we got this guy that it's like the only thing that's running against this dude. And it's like, we want this guy out no matter what. So no matter who this guy ends up being on this side, even if he's just like a nuthead, like Sleepy Joe ended up being, and then, he's just whack at being a president. But, since he won that side, he gets to beat this person because this is what everybody wants out practically. And is crazy, is wild. But now it's like nobody wants Sleepy Joe running again. So it's just gonna run against him. And if Sanders does this thing again, if Bernie runs, I'm gonna go and actually this time I'm gonna vote for Bernie. Excuse me. But yes, or if AOC, if you ever decide to run for president, you have my vote, baby. Because AOC, I love you. A lot of us, we love you. But enough of this politics. I don't really like politics. Nike SB is tired of getting their sneakers leaked online, apparently. So they had this collaboration coming out where Crenshaw Skateboard Club or Crenshaw Skate Club and Nike SB Dunks, and they were exposed to the world very early, without any reference to them or without backstory. And Nike SB was kind of like very upset at them, the phony person who decided to. And the funny thing is, the person decided to say in the comment section that they weren't the first ones to actually leak the shoe. But this guy is a liar, because you actually see in his captions saying the very first world look at the Crenshaw Skate Club times a Nike SB Dunk. And he writes it in big caption because he wants everybody to know and see that this account here has like the very first picture image on hand also of what it looks like. And other than this, I don't think a lot of people knew about that collaboration other than the people behind the scenes. So it was supposed to be kind of like I wouldn't say a surprise, but kind of a surprise. So this person kind of messed it up and being a dumbass. Because the only reason why I say that, because it's like, dude, just either don't say nothing. Because Nike SB decided to comment under his thing and said, imagine something. It was something along the lines about imagine leaking images of such and such without you knowing really what such as some stuff like that. And then the guy was like, oh, but I wasn't really the person that was the first one to leak it, but you really were, you idiot. And the only reason why it bothers me is because these dudes be doing so much for the clout and doing so much to be the first ones to report something or be the first ones to actually put it out there, that they don't care if they lose a valuable contact or a valuable friend or a valuable opportunity. Like, that person could have probably been a person in the future to get a Nike collaboration. But now they probably won't be, because now Nike knows that this person was the dumbass who leaked it. So that goes out the window. I guess you could get Adidas, whatever. But no, that's not the same. Unless you're Ye. Or you're Jerry Lorenzo and you know or Pharrell, but you ain't none of them dudes. Like, you're not even Sean Weatherspoon. But probably Clarence Weatherspoon, if anybody remembers that NBA player. But yeah, bro, like, people don't care about nothing besides, like, at least the people on the internet. They just want to just be the first ones to put anything out there without giving an ish about Nathan or nothing. Bunch of weirdos. But anywho, September 2nd, J Balvin drops his third collaboration with Team Jordan. And he's taking a very different approach from what I've seen other people do, because his actual shoes dropping are actual threes. And he's done already a Jordan 1, he did a Jordan 2, and now he's doing a Jordan 3. Now, Travis Scott did the Jordan 1. He didn't do the Jordan 2. He did the 4, but he and I think the 5 also. No, it wasn't the 5. It was the 4. He ain't do no 3. He did some 6s. And what else he did? He's done a bunch of Nike, like, Jordan lows and just Jordan 1s, period. Like Jordan 1 lows and Jordan 1 highs. But yeah, like, I'm trying to think about any, like, about the other Travis Scotts. Well, again, these are just fragment Jordans. Exactly, Air Jordan 1s. But this guy, J Balvin is taking like, even Khaled. Khaled has what? He has Jordan 3s and Jordan 5s. If I'm not mistaken, probably has something else. He might not. I think it's just the 5s and the 3s. Yeah. And yeah, but like, this guy's taking his approach a bit different. He's going from 1, 2, 3. It's kind of giving me the Virgil Abloh kind of thing, because Virgil didn't do any 3s. Virgil did 1s, did 2s. Virgil did 4s, did 5s. Did he do the 3s? I don't think so. But yeah. So his Jordan 3s, they drop September 2nd. And I hope you guys actually enjoy this picture that I'm about to post now. Whoosh. Now look at the shoe. There's a few different versions that you're going to see of the shoe. On foot. But yes, and sorry about that noise. That's my chair. It's squeaky because I was moving a lot on it. No, let me stop. But yeah, these actually, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't say they look great. They don't look bad though. I kind of like the shoe. You know, I guess I was expecting something a bit different. Like, if you look at the Jordan 1 that he has, that was like very different. The Jordan 2 was different, but it was a bit more normal. This one is even more normal. This one is a bit more boring. So I guess he was gonna add like a big flair to him to the shoe, which he did, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of mixed comments on these, but I actually like them. If J Balvin, listen, if I can ever get a pair, man, now, later, whenever, years from now, I'd be cool with it. I ain't gonna fight it. Yeah, you gonna give DJ Khaled a pair. People say I'm the Dominican DJ Khaled. Otro más. Otro más. But yeah, shout out to J Balvin doing his thing with Jordan, and Jordan actually keeps on giving him more opportunities to drop these shoes. And he actually looks like he's actually giving them a good return back because he's getting to certain silhouettes that not just anybody gets to have. He's doing the ones. The twos, I guess they were happy to give it to him because only Verge was ever interested in doing some two works. And now he's getting some threes. So, I mean, maybe he's going to get some fours next. Let's see. But I think he will. And if he does, you heard it here first. Love is Rotten podcast, which hosts July 9. Yeah. But, yes, man. Yes. Now, let's get into some baseball stuff right quick because I see I think Adidas let my boy Fernando Tatis leave. And I say that because I mean, they definitely let him go. I don't think they tried to re-sign him, or maybe they tried, it wasn't enough, or maybe they didn't offer anything, or maybe he just walked. He wanted something different. But I think he signed with Jordan. Talking about Jordan. I think he literally signed with Jordan because my boy has been having some nasty cleats out, some ones. And the latest ones to go viral was the Dior 1 cleats. He had some Dior 1 inspired cleats, and them joints was fire. Like fire. Like that, these has to be like the flyest baseball player on the field. Now I don't know about his drip outside of the field, but I'm talking about his drip on the field be on point. Like the way, as a baseball player you get dressed and stuff. I'm a baseball player too. Like I actually had a very good game today. Believe it or not. And when Yord took the pitcher 410 deep, 2 stolen bases, and they went off wild pitches. That's why you kind of see my face is kind of red, is because I was in the sun today, playing baseball. And I will say this though, I went to pitch and did not have a good game pitching. I am not a pitcher though. I just wanted to pitch because when you know that you could throw a certain velocity and people might not hit it, kind of makes it kind of cool to seem like, oh, unhittable. But other than just being unhittable, I just didn't have much control. I hit a few people back to back. But it's all right, man, because other than that, 410 deep, man, that dead center, that's a good feeling. And I stared at a bat flipped it like I was Tatis. Speaking about Tatis. But yeah, man, Fernando Tatis, I think he's with Jordan Brand. And Jordan Brand, if you guys actually signed him, that was real smart. To keep that baseball thing going. Because y'all guys out here try to venture into golf. Like, what? Bro, if you're going to do golf, do baseball. Like, do baseball first. Because nobody watches golf. Golf is whack. Golf is boring, and I'm sorry if I'm saying something wrong. But, I mean, I haven't played golf, so I guess I shouldn't call it boring, but, bro, I wouldn't even I've tried to force myself to watch Tiger Woods when watch him play the games that he won, and I just couldn't get to it. I could not get to it. What I could get to is taking the little golf balls and swinging the hell out of them with a baseball bat. And watch that little thing disappear in the air. Just get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as it disappears in orbit. But with that being said, guys, this is the wrap-up of the Love is Rotten podcast, third episode with your host, July 9. I hope you guys actually had a great episode. I'm running on fumes today. So that's what I'm going to say. I hope you guys had a very great time watching this episode. That sounds like it still didn't come out right. But yes, because I had a very great time making it, having fun as I'm speaking right now, as you can see. Yeah, bro, this is fun. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Being out here, just talking to you guys or just me. But hopefully somebody gonna see this, and I like to do this. So just know, I'm gonna be doing this for a long time too. So, and it's only gonna get better the more you see this, alright too. So, with that being said, this is July 9, Love is Rotten podcast, episode 3. And I'm out.